Well, we've just seen a very good game with Levi Gale, Lewis Williams almost taking the first set. It's Rob Fahey and Nicky Howell. I think in this year's British Open we've seen a lot closer games, a lot more upsets,
Yeah,
a lot more closer games than normal. So to answer your question, I'm going to go 3-1 in favour of John and Steve.
yeah. I think it's a fair prediction. I'm thinking 3-1 or 3-love. I think John's had such a good tournament this year. He's been playing so well ever since the World Championship. His game's just gone up again. He's so much stronger. He's so much quicker. He's hitting a much firmer ball. So he looks pretty comfortable out there. That said, Claire and Lewis are great doubles players. They did very well to play through to get here. They took out Leon and Zach in the last round, which is a great win. Lewis Gordon definitely has the weapons to upset these guys. He hits the ball just as well, just as firmly, just as quickly as those two. So if he gets the ball, he's going to take it. Oh, exhibition stuff. Right, here are some stats.
Statman Josh, back on it.
Statman Josh. Right, Lewis Gordon, French Open semi-finalist in the most recent French Open. World Championship quarter-finalist. This is the doubles. British Open quarter-finalist. He's done well at the British. So I mean, he's got a good record at the British doubles. Claire Fahey. Here we go. I mean, Ladies Open World Champion since 2013. French Ladies Open Champion. I mean, that's a pretty impressive record.
So Tracy, we've just had husband Rob Fahey playing in the first quarter-final of the day, and we saw the stats on how many World Championships he's won. Question for you, Josh: do you think Claire will ever reach the same number of World Championship titles as Rob?
Good question.
Which I believe I could be wrong here, but is it 9?
It's worth mentioning quickly on screen. I think this is the record they have of playing together, Claire and Lewis. The last time they played together, at least officially, was in 2010, so 13 years ago, and that was in the under 24s. Wow. So these two know each other quite well, but they haven't been doubles partners for some time. That said, I think they're clearly a strong pair. Here we go, John Lumley, 31 years old, second in the world doubles ranking. He's based over in Philadelphia. He's been there for some time. Obviously right-handed, but goes two-handed on that backhand sometimes, especially off that timbre. Pretty good record.
That's why we call you Statman Josh.
John
doesn't
Lumley.
miss a stat. any that appear on the screen, he's all over them. I mean, it's avoid my questions.
What was the question? I missed it. Also engrossed in the stats.
So that's all right. It's called Statman Josh for a reason.
Statman Josh. I've been called worse. So John Lumley. Oh, I missed it. Okay, Steve. Oh, thank you, Ben.
He's missing the stats.
Got
now.
sidetracked by Josh. Jack. Distraction Jack. World Champion 2022, British Open Champion. Of course, I didn't. I mean, obviously, John's clearly a phenomenal player. I didn't realise his record for doubles was so good. I've always thought of him as a single specialist, but clearly I was wrong. Steve Virgona, 45 years of age, 7 in the world doubles ranking, based over in Chicago, and has been there for as long as I've started playing. Left-handed. So we've got a righty-lefty matchup here. It'll be interesting to see if they cover the corners on their forehands. So we'll see maybe if John's serving, whether he goes over to that right-hand side on the service end, and whether Stevie covers the left side. So they're both playing on their forehands. I'd say Stevie's forehand is stronger than his backhand. I think John's is, but it's not as clear. Oh, unbelievable shot from this. So maybe we see some kind of slightly more dynamic, less traditional positioning from these two. Here we go, career highlights. Steve Virgona, right, world champion. Pretty much every 2 years since 2003. There's a bit of a gap there. French Open champion.
Just confirm this is doubles.
Yeah, doubles.
Yeah.
Steve Virgona was not
I
world
was very
champion from
confused
2003.
for a while there. Looking at these
all
stats.
doubles.
Could well be wrong there.
She's on. Really? It's that close though. She has 6 and Rob has 9. Is that right?
She definitely has 6. I'm
Yeah.
not 100% sure how many Rob
So
has.
3 more to match Rob's. Is that right? You sure that's right?
I'm not, as I've said.
Someone fact check us. Someone check us on that. Please
I've
call
got a
that.
strong
if
feeling I
we're
might be wrong on that one. But regardless, how many?
Is it possible?
What is
possible.
Claire's limit? How many do you think she can get?
I mean, Lea van der Zwanmen would like to think no. She's Claire's nearest competition, and she's been working hard to close that gap, and she's done a good job of doing that. She's obviously she's dead busy now. She's chairman or chair lady, I should say, at Bordeaux, and has a full-time job, so she's busy. But she's down to low teens now, and is looking to close the gap between her and Claire. But outside of that, there's no one kind of on the horizon who could challenge Claire. So if Claire keeps going for it, keeps playing, there's no reason why she wouldn't be able to equal or surpass Rob's record.
Yeah.
That had never occurred to me. That's an interesting point. Right, players seem to be ready now.
Okay, so once again the second quarter-final match in this British Open Doubles Championships.
Of the 2023 British Open Doubles, we are playing
Sounds like Neil McKenzie marking.
match. At the receiver side, we have Claire Fahey and Lewis Gordon. On the service side, the number 3 seeds, John Lumley and Steve Virgona. First set.
So we've got the number 3 seed serving first, Steve Virgona. Good exchange here in the first point.
Hazard, second gallery.
Steve Virgona starting off with the railroad serve.
Yeah, I'm not sure you want to be serving that to Lewis Gordon in doubles. Yeah, it's tight.
Precision there from John. Great shot.
Half yard less than 6.
Bit of confusion there, not clear whose ball that was.
Replay here. That first point. I think both players probably fairly happy with that outcome. Hazard's second gallery gets Lewis and Claire to the serving end.
Gallery, Hazard.
Okay, so Lewis' first serve of the day. He's going for a railroad.
Oh, I've kicked that more than I thought.
30 love, half a yard worse than 6.
Good way to win it from Steve.
That's too short, that's much too short. Pick up. Yeah, it's good
Well
tennis.
won from the servers. I mean, that was a great read from John. It's
Yep.
just missed the timbre. He knew it was coming, and most people would be trying to hit that just in case it goes and hits the timbre, but
Ball up there.
John knows the court like the back of his hand by now.
30 all.
Game point.
Ooh. I think Stevie thought that was going to be a fault.
Chase better than 3, 40-30.
They've all played it on.
I think it was a good call
Right.
from Neil.
Perhaps we'll see in a bit. Ben's doing quite an aggressive VAR system, keeping the markers in check.
Can see why Steve might have thought that was going to be a fault, but I think Neil's spot on there. Okay,
40,
game
better
point
than
in the
3.
first game of the match. Claire and Louis. Good position here.
Juice.
Good call.
Steve just reminding John there that he can leave it. Strong.
Wow.
From Lewis.
Advantage receiver.
Good to see Claire playing with a smile on her face.
Great pace from Lewis. I mean, that's exactly the kind of thing that, you know, Lewis has that for, and if that ball's there, he can hit it just as hard as those top few players.
Lovely shot. Inside out volley.
Interesting, yeah. So they've swapped places
Oh,
there.
brilliant.
That's an interesting tactical choice from the receivers. It seems that any ball in the penthouse, Lewis is taking those and Claire's switching to the other side. Which, given their strength, I mean, just kind of makes sense for me to do that.
I mean, all the players did it really, really nice and relaxed. Claire and Lewis especially. I mean, I think it's important for them. I think you can get, when you're on this stage against the number 3 seeds, you need to be relaxed, you need to be loose, you need to be smiling, enjoying the moment,
15.
and then once all of those things are going in your favour, then you've got every chance.
30 all.
Really good from Claire. We're just mixing up the serves at the start of this match, testing out what's working.
Game.
They'll be disappointed for that miss, but
Well, it's 1-1, Jack, and it's feeling quite close so far. That could be awkward. Oh.
15 love.
what do you think of Claire's choice to have her jacket on at the start of this match? I think we saw the same thing with Nicky Howe. I don't think he took it off actually,
Yeah, well, I mean,
in their match.
15 all.
Steve's wearing his tracksuit bottoms. It's,
Yeah.
It's chilly out there, and you don't run around as much in doubles as you do in the singles. So you definitely want to stay warm. I'm sure we'll see those come off later on as the players get warmed up. But I don't think it's unusual to
15.
keep those layers on a little bit longer. Whereas in singles, you're pretty warm by the end of the warm up. In doubles, often takes the first set to really get the blood pumping.
Okay, Western 3. 30-15.
So Steve is serving that full PK we talked about earlier, and we mentioned Stevie likes to serve that serve in doubles, and you need to have an agreement between the receivers over who takes that ball to avoid the confusion. So clearly Lewis and Claire have decided between them that any time Stevie serves that, Claire's going to step back and Louis is going to take it on the volley. He's not had much success there. He's put a few in the net, but I think it's the right thing to do tactically.
Receivers.
So if you're joining us today in the live chat or on the stream, we'd love to know your thoughts on the game. We've got about 75 people with us at the moment, enjoying this close start to the game. Do comment in if you're watching. If you've got any questions for the commentators, any thoughts on the game, any score predictions, please do let us know. So I'm going to get early thought from Josh. Josh, I would like to know your score predictions for this match.
Score predictions for this match.
Judging from the start, I know we spoke a little bit about it in the warm-up, but just from this first few games.
So set scores, I'm going 3-love to Lumley and Virgona. I think that's the sensible bet here. I think it's definitely possible that Lewis and Claire could take a set. I think if Lewis can get firing for a set, he can be pretty dangerous. So it's not out of the question that it turns into a 4-setter, even a 5-setter. But I think definitely the receivers, as they are now, are the strong favourites to win this match. You've got the 2 and the 8 seed. It's a tough ask for Lewis and Claire. What do you reckon?
I'm gonna stick with my earlier prediction. Three sets to 1.
Mm-hmm.
John and Steve take it.
40-15 chase.
I think it's a very strong start from John, in particular. Steve as well. He's looked very relaxed, but they're looking very solid and hard to beat.
It looks like Claire's trying to go up to our last gallery to cover that cut volley early. We mentioned that earlier. More and more players are on the forehand side of the court. They're rushing up to the last gallery in doubles to cut off that cut volley early. And we've just seen Claire go for it there.
40-15 service.
Well, it's a really good tactic because if the partner on the serving end is behind you and they can cut off any really short balls that kick into the sidewall that you just can't get, they can come around and pick those
You're doing the same there.
3
Look.
games to 1 service lead.
So
Interesting.
That does work really well if they can just cut off the cut volley, and even if they can't quite get to there, their partner runs round them to pick it up.
So Stevie's going full PK here. Oh, that's why. Is Neil standing there?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why he chose not to.
Yeah, that's why Neil's marking from the dead on today. He saw Stevie's name and thought, no thank you.
15-love.
Stevie just apologised to a phantom marker there, thinking he nearly hit Steve. Sorry, nearly hit Neil. Oh, it's a tough ball.
Tough bounce, as Lewis said there to Claire. Just finding a little patch there on the green. It's happened a couple of times in the first match of the day. There must be a little spot there where the ball is dying more than usual. Remember it happening to Lewis Williams a couple of times in the first match.
Good stuff here from the receivers. Yes.
You just watch Steve and John here.
Oh, what a rally.
Oh, just watch John and Steve closely. Just watch their movement. They look like they're on a rubber band together. They're so comfortable together. They know exactly where they need to be, and they're just moving in tandem together. Just have a watch of their movement here. Moving the same amount of steps back, the same amount of steps forward, crossing over when they need to.
I mean, John looks like he's wandering around up there, but you know, I'm sure that there's a good tactical reason he's going up and down, cutting off those angles.
What I'd like to see here, what I'm liking, is that there's never too much distance between Steve and John. It's not like John's hanging out in the galleries and Steve's running his head off. He's just always in sync, meaning that there we go. It's a great shot from Lewis. He's done it again. He's done it again.
That's where he's so dangerous. You know, he's one of the hardest hitters in the world. So if that ball's there,
so dangerous.
He's able to hit it through just about anyone.
Wow.
There we go. Wow. Quick hands from John.
Oh
wow.
Deuce.
Lewis is on fire.
Questions in the chat, guys.
Advantage sevens.
Out of call there.
Game.
Oh, well grinded out there from John and Steve. Really big game, that one. So we've got some comments in the live chat from Jed Parsons, Jane Taylor and Dan Warboy. So Josh, I'm going to let you take some of these. So fire away.
Yes, we've got Jed Parsons. This is the yin-yang partnership. I assume he means the players, not us, Jack.
I think he's talking about the sort of rubber band technique, I assume.
It's also, I think it's especially true about Claire and Lewis. We were seeing earlier when Claire was in that grilled corner and Lewis was in the in the receiver's position. Claire was doing such a good job of just keeping that ball tightly down the line to Stevie, just keeping that ball in play, making him play one more. As soon as that ball hit T&RA and went wide and was there to be attacked, that's when Lewis was in position and able to add some heat. So it's good to see that working so well for the two of them.
Last gallery 30-15.
Okay, so we're coming towards the end of this first set here. John and Steve in a dominant position, 4-1 up, looking very solid,
40-15.
reeling off these games, and they've got another game point in this 6th game here against Claire and Lewis. Just a replay. Good movement. I think when that ball comes so close to the T&RA wall, it's one of the hardest shots to play in doubles. Because although you're ready for it, you're ready for the shot that's going to miss the T&RA, you're not expecting it to be that close to the wall.
Last gallery.
Okay, last gallery. What's the tactics here, Josh? Last gallery chase.
Well, I think it's too short to play a drive. I think he's looking to play us on the floor, so cut volley. Boom. Went out by Claire. Good boast.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
30-40.
Put something on that, did Lewis. Second game point.
James, better than 4.
Better than 4 chase to win this game.
So it's 40-30 to the new servers. Looking at, oh, so I see some stats on screen.
Statman Josh, fire
There
away.
we go. Nino and Henry, the icons for this one. We've got 0.1 percentage, of which Henry and Nino are topping the tables with 60%. That's some pretty impressive stuff.
Do we know who they beat?
Well, I should say they're actually tied in first place with the next two pairs, Rob Fahey and Nick and John Lumley and Steve.
First on the leaderboard though, they'll take that.
Yeah.
Who was their opponents?
So they've played. Who did they play?
Great shot. Oh, unlucky.
Game servers.
She's gone for it. She went for the main wall dead on to win that chase. Better than 4, but it's cost them the game here. 5-1 to John and Steve in this first set. A lovely serve. Well back from Lewis. Steve's missed the grill. Can they finish it off? Oh, what a way to finish the point.
15 love.
There's just no way here. Lewis and Claire really struggling to find a way to win these long rests.
Good hands. That's nice. She's been so tidy in that corner. 5-1, 30 love servers. That's a great shot. It'd be interesting to see if at the end of this set, if Claire and Lewis are on the receiving end, whether they elect to swap receivers. Lewis seems to be looking quite comfortable with that. Commentator's curse. Lewis has been pretty comfortable dealing with Steve Virgona's full PK and sideball here.
Here we are, set point in the first set. And they take it the first time of asking.
That's a good shot.
John slightly misread that.
Tough
Gone
angle.
for a chase.
Ooh, bit of confusion here.
30-40.
It's been called a stroke. I must have missed that.
I definitely missed that.
Game
And there we are, the first set to John and Steve, 6 games to 1. I'll be very happy with that start.
Let's see what the receivers do here. Do they choose to switch over? Are they happy with the format now?
Second set level.
So Stevie to serve first.
They're having that discussion right now.
Who's
and
stepping up? So
they're
they've chosen to
choosing
swap. That's interesting. We'll see if Stevie still serves that full PK. He does. And Claire takes it.
15 love.
It's catching them out a lot, that serve.
It's a good serve. Ooh. I should say Stevie is about a centimetre away from a foot fault when he serves that serve.
15 all.
And I'm starting to see that a bit more recently. The
look at
players
this.
going right up to the white line.
That's such an awkward ball.
Such a good length from John. I mean, I was marking a match earlier this week on the Monday with Rob Schenkman and Ben Yorston, and I was really having to watch Ben Yorston very carefully on his serves because he was going right up to the white line. I mean, obviously he's practiced it so much, so he wasn't making any foot faults, but he was so close to that
He was
white
just
line.
making sure you're paying attention.
Exactly.
Have you ever called a foot fault?
It's a very good
Never
question.
really happens in real tennis, does it?
It rarely
there's
happens.
there's not really a serve where you're ever standing right on that white line. They're all people typically serve from the back of the court, and even when they're serving from a high position, they're still normally,
40.
you know, not as far up as better than second game. You know, they're safely behind that white line. I don't think I've ever called one.
No, I'd have to agree with you there. I don't think I've called one either.
I've called a fault for someone jumping in the air as they serve.
First game of the second
Oh, that's
set,
harsh.
one
That's
love.
yeah.
One love.
That's a harsh one from Josh. He's a strict
Gotta admit,
marker.
I was quite pleased with that one. That was a good spot from me. That's some niche marking knowledge. But
Very
I don't
niche.
think I've ever called a foot fault.
15 love.
So That's 1 love for the servers this set, 15 love up.
But I mean, Clare and Lewis are really going for it here. They're not holding back. They're willing to make those errors. They've got to play some high risk stuff, but at the moment it's just not paying off for them.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen. That's a shame. I don't think we've seen Lewis quite find his spot yet. I think he's had a few, but we haven't seen him really hit a purple patch, and I think that's testament to Steve and John for kind of doing their best to restrain him and not let him get to that zone, but with the serving and the rallying. But it could be he finds it in this set.
Yet to find any rhythm, any momentum in this match so far. Still time. Lewis can keep hitting those shots. What I really like about Lewis is he hits the ball so aggressively, he hits them so hard, but with a lot of control. So he has a lot of he has good in other sports you call it feeling, or
it's just so heavy. Like he's not. If you watch, he's not swinging the racket. Here we go, stroke call from. This is on that bow, that wide boast.
VAR.
Oh, he might have caught it there. I think he did. Oh.
No, I don't think he touched that.
I don't think it doesn't look like he did, but it was far closer than I thought it was. And
Agreed.
I can see why Mark
when
that stroke.
When I first saw it up here, it looked like he didn't.
And with the spin, I think the spin caused it to change direction a little bit off that bounce, so he may have interpreted that as a contact with the racket.
Chase a yard better than second.
But even from here with the replay, it's not. We still can't be conclusive. It may be that we are. Our angle's not a good one, and Neil had a better angle.
Don't get me started with conclusive VAR.
Yeah, it's a good ball.
Play. 30-40.
Right, so we're going to go back to the live chat. We've had a couple more comments. First of all, thank you for your support, Jane. Go Team Lewis. Jane, is the mic working there? Yeah. Jane giving Claire a warning. She is coming for her for the next World Championships. She is going to drop her handicap 60 points and then take Claire on.
That's it, Jane. Just follow Jack's advice, and you'll be on Claire's heels. Here we are. Is a set 1 summary. So not many targets, similar to that last match. Here we go. So points 1 to 28 points 1 to 17. That's pretty significant. Points served. Wow, huge difference on the points served. So Steve and John have held that service end for nearly triple. In fact, triple the time as Claire and Lewis there.
Some good stats. Very good stats.
Pretty impressive average chase length. 4 and 5 in doubles. That's good going. We normally see the average chase length to about last gallery, second gallery, that kind of area. So to get a 4 and 5 in doubles, where players tend to get those galleries more, that's pretty impressive.
And we talk about the low targets count in the previous match and this match, and I think in general in doubles it is harder to hit the target. So there's always someone covering the dead on or the grill, the winning galleries. It's obviously hard to cover them, but there's always someone in the right position at this level.
Ooh, yes, I think he got
Pick
underneath
up
it.
from Lewis.
Right,
This is chance.
Go on, Lewis. Oh, soft hands, Gordon.
Oh, good volley from Claire. Just stayed in the court. Oh, good communication, but didn't quite make it.
2 love.
Okay.
Right, service taking an early lead. This set they're looking stronger. Right, full PK. It's a good serve. That's interesting. So when Steve was serving that full PK to Lewis was stepping back and keeping himself as the receiver, but now he's serving it to Claire. Claire's letting it go and giving Lewis that volley.
Second gallery, 15 love.
We've had a comment from Jane. She's only joking. We know that, Jane. But yeah, you I mean, have a good watch of Claire here. I mean, watch her return her serve, watch her positions, because you can learn a lot from these players here. What a great shot.
30 love.
Great to see Dan Warboys on the chat. He did a great job commentating yesterday. Asking us a question: how would we set up against John and Steve? Oh, I'll leave this one to you for now, Josh.
How would we set up against John and Steve?
Would we set up against John?
7-5. Second game, 7-5. 30 love.
I think that silence gives you an answer, Dan. We're both scratching our heads here. What would you do against John and Steve? It's a it's a similar problem to playing Cam and Tim. I think in a way you've got two
30 love servers. Second
both players
gallery.
have sort of strengths in different parts of their game. It's just where one player you might say is weak for their level, the other player covers that weakness quite well. So you've got Tim very strong in the net, great hands, great serve, great returner serve. Court coverage not as strong as it used to be, but Cam more than makes up for that. So between them, they've got all the bases covered. It's a similar story with
15,
Steve and John.
5.
I think you'd be looking to target Steve's backhand a little bit more. Definitely keeping that ball off of Stevie's forehand.
30 all.
Be really, really hard to serve to Steve as well. He's just constantly waiting.
Just turning inside everything.
Turning inside out on that serve. It's kicking to the back wall. So you've got to keep it a bit shorter.
40, 30.
Machine. Great shot from John.
Juice.
A chance here for Lewis and Claire in this third game of the second set. She's reverted to a bobble. Still gone long. Demolished by Steve. He's just looking for that shot every time. Going for a drag set. We haven't seen many of those yet today. Once again, just a little bit long. Lovely shot across court for Claire.
Oh, go on.
Oh,
It's in.
He's done it. He's done it. Our favourite shot of the day. The lob into the grill. We'll start trying that when we go back to training, Josh.
I might do actually.
It's the last gallery.
Probably the most frustrating shot to be on the other end of.
Oh, that's nearly got us.
Advantage one check.
Score predictions from Oliver. I think we've given those. Jack said three sets to 1. I said 3 sets to love. I'll go one step further and I'll try to give you the game scores here. So obviously that first set was 6-1 to John and Steve. I'm predicting a similar scoreline for these next two. So I'll go 6-1, 6-2, 6-1.
Got game point. Claire and Lewis. Claire receiving serve. Last gallery chase.
From force.
More blade from Claire and Lewis.
Here we go, 1-2.
keeping him in this second set.
Love.
Just slightly high there from Lewis. I mean, he's got it in him. He's got it in him. We can just see that. Just currently not finding the accuracy as he'd want to.
30 love.
But at least it's a positive sign. He's taking the game to them. If he sights to find them, we've seen what he can do. Here we go.
That's tough. Oh, it's definitely timbre.
40 love.
Lapse in concentration from Claire and Lewis there. Not sure if they were leaving the ball to each other or...
Game 3-1.
Right, 3-1 to the servers. I think the receivers need to get themselves down to the service end. They've been down there for too long. I think they got stuck down there for a long time in that first set, and they were just struggling to win any long rallies. Oh no!
15 love.
15 love Penthouse. That's a good drag. Good drag.
30 love.
Drag serve.
Yeah, we saw Stevie using that drag serve a lot against Camden in his match yesterday. It's a good option. It kind of does the same job as the railroad, and obviously it's falling a bit shorter and going a bit slower, so it kind of takes out that that forced return, which is exactly what you want to do in doubles. And there we go.
Don't see too many drag serves at this level.
No, I think being left-handed, you can serve it a lot better, a lot more consistently. I think it's there are a few right-handers who really serve that drag. Oh my goodness! Oh, there are a few players, right-handed players, who serve that drag serve well enough that it's better than the rest of their serves. Obviously, Phil Dunn.
Phil Dunn, yeah.
Yeah, serves it very well. Serves it, especially at Hampton. It works well there. There's not many other players who serve that drag.
I think Bertie Vallat.
Bertie Vallat serves it.
He's been serving that a lot this week and served it really well. But
anyone else? Any of the dragsters?
I mean, it's worth mentioning that Phil Dunn, his drag is the best I've ever seen, and I'm constantly having to fight it when I'm practicing with him. But yeah, he is known for putting the odd drag serve in the winning gallery, which is obviously pretty hard.
I can't get a drag to save my life. Can't do it. So
been trying to take some tips from Phil on that drag serve, because it's very effective, but it takes a lot of time to learn.
Right. We're at the business end of this second set now. It's 4-1, 40-15 to the servers. Oh, this could be it.
What a great
It's
point.
an unbelievable get by Lewis. He's done so well there. That ball wasn't quite tight enough.
There haven't been many points in these quarterfinal matches that have just found the space on the floor.
Winning gallery's got the highest number from. Sorry, I've had the stat word from Ben. His stats are up. Got to get on the stats. Rob Fahey and Nick Howe, the highest winning gallery count. No surprise there. Will Flynn and Ollie Pridmore. Oh, as a percentage, yeah, similar looking leaderboard there. Rob Fahey and Nick Howe first, and then Will Flynn, Oliver Pridmore second. Sorry, Jack, cut you off there. What were you saying?
That's okay. What was I saying? 5 games to 1 here in this second set.
52 points to 28. That's a big difference.
So it's very hard to find the little pockets of space on the floor in doubles to hit those winners. Often you're winning points by your opponent making a racket error or not finding their target. But we saw Levi Gale hit 2 great shots in the previous round down the middle.
Yeah, it's a shot Rob Fahey often goes for. No one else really hits that shot, but it's such a good option. I mean, it's the third corner in doubles. It's
Exactly.
It's just as valuable as the 2 corners. Obviously, in singles, there's no point going there because someone's standing in the middle. But in doubles, it's just as uncovered as the corners are.
Yeah, exactly. If you've got 2 people taking each side, then the middle is usually vacant.
It's also the element of surprise.
Exactly.
No one sees that one coming.
But John hit a great shot there, and I thought he'd found a pocket of space in the green, but Lewis had a fantastic forehand to retrieve it.
Right, 30 love receivers, Hazard 2. What's Steve going to serve? Drag? Yes.
The chance.
Right. Stevie up at the galleries. Where's he going? Oh, no way. No.
He hit it. He got it.
Yeah, I think
he got it. He hit the post.
15-13.
What's happened there, Jack?
No.
Has he hit ball or has ball hit post?
His racket must have hit the post
Yeah.
whilst he was getting the ball. That's very impressive from Steve. That's unbelievable.
Think what's happened there, it's Stevie's volleyed that ball from inside the gallery where it would have won receivers the point. He's hit the post on the way through the volley. He's then hit the ball to better than 2, which beats the chase of Hazard 2.
I'd love to see a replay of that shot.
That's a pretty incredible
shot
point.
Of the day.
I'm sure Ben's already on it.
Come on, Ben.
Go on, Ben. Show us that one again. Good defence. I've got a set. I think
set point.
I think those receivers are so much stronger when Claire's in that grilled corner, and Lewis is in that receiver's box.
I'd agree with that. Set point to John and Steve. Claire keeps them in it.
That's a good ball. Oh, that's tough. That's tough.
Inch perfect from Steve.
Right, it's the second set.
Set 6-1 again.
Jack, I can't wait to see a replay of that volley out of the gallery.
Oh, I can't wait, Josh. I can't wait. Give it to us, Ben. Come on.
It's coming. It's coming.
Fantastic.
It's coming. He's cooking.
Okay, start of this third set. It's very important for Lewis and Claire to get off to a good start here. They've already got a chase.
So they've changed receivers again, Jack.
Again.
So they've gone back to their original format with Lewis receiving from Steve. Steve's still electing to serve that. Ooh, he's gone sidewalk.
Oh,
hello.
Steve.
Smooth.
Oh, wow. I mean, that's what you can do when you're hovering around that area. Just take it on the volley early.
Splat down the middle.
So we'll just watch Steve's position. He serves it in. He doesn't run all the way back while he does here. But I think depending on what Lewis is lining up to do, he changes his starting position. So we got the replay.
Here we go. Let's see what happened. I have no idea what happened there. So Lewis hits it inside. Is that, is that ball a racket? I think that's racket.
I don't know. I can't see. I can't tell. Let's have a look.
Enhance.
Surely that's come off the post because it comes off so hard.
I think it's racket. Let's see if you can see his racket.
It comes off so hard. I can't see how that's. Maybe it is his racket.
I think the angle
Such a good
has
call
to be the
from
racket.
Neil.
And that's top-notch marking from Neil. But it did sound and look like post.
Yeah,
I think on that replay, I think
sounded like the post.
I think Neil's spot on.
30 all.
Let us know your thoughts, guys. I can't quite work that one out. Post or racket?
Good ball.
40-30.
Off the line.
40-30.
Okay. We've got a message from Oliver. Could we see you two at the British Open next year? That's the plan, Oliver. That's the plan. Next British Open.
Yeah.
King and Joseph's.
I mean,
Qualies.
it's been a
Stats on, guys.
inspiring week here. Oh, stats up. Statman Josh, go for it.
Here we go. Yeah, so like you say, not too many targets going on there. A few more than last time. No winning galleries. Let's look at the points won, points served. Yeah, double the points won, double the points served. Those two tend to go hand in hand. So it looks like Stevie and John are only increasing their dominance here. Just feels like Lewis hasn't quite got that force working yet.
He's not found it yet. He's struggling a bit.
Yeah.
I've seen him play and not miss any of those, but he's made more mistakes than he would have hoped for. But it's probably something to do with the opponents, because you play such opponents and you think you've got to hit them better than normal. You've got to hit them with something extra than you normally do, and that's quite possibly what's causing those mistakes.
Oh no.
Oliver, do we know Oliver's surname in the chat? No. Oliver, let us know which Oliver this is. But yeah, it's certainly been an inspiring week, being here and watching all the tennis being played. So we really hope so, and yeah, it'd be a really good target to aim for, to be part of the British Open next year. Also got a comment from Jed Parsons.
Jed says drag. I love that. R3, check out Jed. Jed, we're going to need you to decode that for us. Unless that's gone right over my head.
There might be a typo in there from Jed. Okay, so the third set started how the last two really played out, and Claire and Lewis just struggling to get a foothold here. I think they'll be disappointed if they can't make this set a battle and any of the sets a battle.
So John and Steve top of the leaderboard for serve 1 percentage. So dominant from that service end. Oh, Claire not happy. Claire not happy. I think she's frustrated Lewis didn't go for the, or they didn't go for the hazards there. It should be Claire serving to John. So they started this set with Steve serving to Lewis. Ooh, a bit of confusion here. Possibly changed. I think that is right.
Josh, is that someone stitching a ball in the hazard galleries?
15 love.
I see someone with a ball in their hand. A bit of movement going on.
Check the screen.
John Woods Casey.
It's a good spot. for me.
JWC. I mean, with hair like that, it's either Josh Smith or John Woods Casey, and that's
I mean, from this angle, you can't see his
if
head.
you're playing
You
sort
literally
of
see the ball and his.
real tennis Guess Who. Long hair is narrowed it down to 2 pretty quickly.
I mean, I've never actually had the pleasure of meeting John, but
Legend.
it's good to see him
Oh, what a shot, Claire!
watching the match and six stitches
I
at
would
the
say he's
same
a winning
time.
gallery. He's a very, very efficient man, John Woods Casey. Oh, quick hands.
What's he going to do here, Josh?
Under pressure here.
Unbelievable
Stevie's
volley
going
from
for it again, I
Claire.
reckon. Oh no, chip to Gallery. Oh,
Lewis coming in there. Oh, wow.
Lewis Gordon airborne.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay, so they got a game point hit. That's at a yard.
There's the yard.
So what are your tactics here, Josh? If you're on the receive again, you're about to receive serve. What's your ideal option?
Hazard a yard.
If you're here and you're playing your doubles and you're playing against Steve and John, what are you going to
See
do?
at the end. I mean, if the galleries are open, ping a gallery. If the galleries aren't there, hit it as hard as I can for the back wall, or add a player, or drop shot. Drop shot cross court. I think that shot's got legs.
Definitely not that one.
Not against you, because you'd volley that. Oof. We've seen quite a few of those. I think he absolutely has to go for it, and he's right to go for it. But he's just not quite finding that shot. Got to be galleries. No. Oh, could be.
Oh,
The line. Yeah, John rushing up to the last gallery there. He saw the cross court coming. Went right up the last gallery, cut it off, bam, down the line. Right, what goodies on the replay reel do we have? That was that last one, I think. Did we go to the net cord? No. Oh yes, love it. Boom. Love that shot.
Claire's playing with quite an open stance at times, especially on the return of serve. Don't know if you've noticed.
Yeah, no, Claire's someone I often mention as an example of going open stance and that return of serve. it feels like a more natural shot cross court when in that more open stance. But it also means you can hold the shot a little bit longer, so it's not as clear if you're going down the line or cross court. Whereas often if you see someone step in with a close stance, it's just you're kind of telegraphing your shot a little bit early. But Claire kind of almost like Cam does, kind of stands there, open stance, rack it up, and kind of holds it, and can go either way from that position. It's a shot I like. Oh, hello, Lewis Gordon.
Chasing last gallery.
On bobble.
30-15.
So it's 2 winning galleries apiece in this match. In this match? Yeah. Oh.
14-15.
You see 3 out of 4 players in this match sporting a white headband.
Yeah. Not sure John needs a headband.
Game points. Be disappointed with that final shot.
Well, that's full love to the receivers. It feels like they're breaking away here.
Slowly getting away from this final set.
Service.
Good serve, just a few more of those.
Can't turn inside that.
Better than half a yard.
It's a shame.
Last gallery. Better than half. Last gallery, 15 love.
Definitely had that coming.
Oh, what a shot. The replay on the screen with that backhand into the winning gallery from Lewis Gordon. That's just unbelievable.
Is it? Oh,
wow.
Yes.
Effortless.
15 love. Receivers. Better than half a
Could
yard.
watch that all day, Josh.
Better than half.
Ooh, he's going. Yeah, so many of those, especially on that serve.
Last gallery.
There must be so much spin on that serve. It's hard to appreciate it when you're not on the other end of it. We got 93 viewers at the moment. I think we did hit 100, which is really amazing.
Good hands from Steve.
Big point, 30 all.
Oh, it's tidy work down the line from Claire. Keeps it there. Oh. Chance here. Strong cross. Well covered. John's taking it. Ah.
Steve just moving the ball around the court.
Yep.
Not with much pace, just controlling it, putting it in tight areas, making it hard for Lewis and Claire.
Ooh. Claire thought about leaving that. That ball just carried on a little bit longer than she expected, I think.
Just had a message from Phil Dunn on WhatsApp. He's enjoying the drag chat.
The drag chat.
In his element.
Advantage servers.
You'd get Phil Dunn to do a drag masterclass. 4-week course on saving the drag.
I'd turn up.
Yeah, I'd turn up to that. Not sure I could do it in 4 weeks. I think I need a bit longer than that. 5 love here for the servers. This is service. Wow, look at that, Jack. 71% service points won compared to 47 of Claire and Lewis.
I mean, considering the scoreline, I'm surprised they've won 47% of points on their serve.
Yeah, well, it's surprising, but I think when you look at the how long they've spent on the serve end, so how many points they've actually served, they haven't served many points compared to Steve and John. So
that must explain it. Just a bit high from Lewis.
Oh, come on, Stevie.
Steve.
Oh, go on. Stuck to the wall. You turning inside? No, backhand. Oh, nearly had that one covered as well.
We're getting close.
So we're 2 points away from a resounding victory for Steve and John. It's a good serve. Here we go.
Really
40
hasn't
love.
been a long match at all. Match point number 1.
Go on, Claire. And that's out, and that's it.
What a way to end it. 6 love in the final set.
6-1, 6-1, 6 love to Steve and John.
Great match. I think the perfect match from Steve and John. A great way to get them going in this British Open Doubles Championships. They'll be into the semi-finals this Sunday. I'm sure they'll be full of confidence after that. I mean, just a note to say well done to Claire and Lewis. Played really well in the tournament so far, and I mean that's a very tough ask to get a result here, but they did well, performed well, very professional performance, and well done to them. So yeah, thank you, Josh, again. Another good match. We've got some stats on the screen.
Yeah, so I mean, look at points served. So you've got 100 points served for John Lumley and Steve, and you've got 46 points served for Lewis. That's massive. And it's almost the exact same ratio as the points won. But I agree. I think Claire and Lewis did well there. I thought they started particularly well. I thought Lewis didn't quite find his rhythm on that drive, especially when Steve was serving those sidewalls and 4 PKs. It's interesting. It's nice to have John and Steve as a pair. It'd be interesting to see how they fare against Rob Fahey and Nicky Howe and Cam and Tim. Will there be a point where these two start to challenge those other two dominant pairs for the things like the doubles championships and doubles opens? I think they're not far from that. They aren't that far from that now. So it'd be nice to see some kind of upset happen in the doubles.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they start to challenge them, especially based on that performance this year. They've got every chance. So yeah, watch out for John and Steve. Their semi-final on Sunday will be an amazing match.
Yep, I'll be watching that one. Right, thank you very much.
Thank you guys.
Watching.
Thanks to that man Josh.
Thank you.
Another great match. Thank you to everyone watching at home. We hope you enjoyed the match.
Yep. Do you watch the next two on today? I believe it's Rob Fahey is commentating those, and a mystery partner. I'm not sure who that will be.
We will be back at 4 p.m. So tune in then, and Have a great day, everyone.
Have a good one. See you guys.
Start off strong.